Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of Kitmaker Network and Armorama.com and Automodeler, and welcome to another Cracking the Box. Today we've got a new old model, actually it's not old, from Asuka model. Asuka model formerly was Tasca, and they changed their name, obviously made in Japan. This is the 1/24th scale American Bantam reconnaissance car, a little more commonly known as the Jeep, but they don't call them Jeeps because there's a trademark issue with using the term Jeep, and they can't really get away with that without paying licensing fees and so forth. So they just call it the other official names that aren't a problem right now for branding and so forth. And since Chrysler owns the term Jeep, they often go after anybody who obviously uses it. Um, Interesting side note, though, is that Chrysler is no longer really an American car company, being 52, 53% owned by Fiat. So, yeah, that kind of just an interesting aside there. All right, well, this is a kit came out about a year ago. We were originally going to get this kit via email. We'd heard from people at Asuka they were going to send it, but somehow got um, sidetracked, lost, whatever, and they ended up sending it to us again. Thanks for doing that. I have already actually unboxed this once, so everything came in nice little plastic bags like this, but unfortunately, I've opened them all up, and it doesn't really make sense to just stuff them back in there, so I'm just going to kind of re-unbox it. I tried an experiment using my SLR camera as the camera and thinking it might be better than my webcam, and wow, that was a big fail. So, so let's, without further ado, let's take a look at the side. They looks like they got some cooperation for this project from a Bantam group. I'm guessing maybe in Australia or something, or New Zealand, perhaps. And yeah, they've got photos, some interesting things on the side there. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. And again, all this originally came in plastic. And since I've already looked at it, I can kind of tell you my impressions then. There are some very fine, nice details on this kit. I wouldn't call it uh, over detailed in terms of like, weathering or anything that, it's just basically a brand new Jeep parts, nothing showing anything like metal fatigue or any of that kind of stuff. But the seats do look like they have a little bit of a grain to them. I'll try to get some close-up shots of that on camera. Steering wheel obviously very nice here. I did just notice some stuff as I was holding this over. There are some push pin marks on this piece, quite a few of them. So I'm not sure how much of that detail will show, like when you turn the vehicle over. I'm imagining some of it will, because they've obviously got some of the cross-member detail and stuff here. So those will all need to be addressed, sadly. All right, well, moving on. The engine is very nice. It's got some nice detail here with this fan. If I can get the fan to there we go. And things like the radios, stuff like that. Obviously, the engine very small. I'm guessing four-stroke engine. The top of the cylinder head, which is, let me see if I can get that on the camera. There we go. And yeah, good details there. An interesting release being a 1/24 scale. Obviously, it does fit in with other automotive kits, but not necessarily military kits. Would probably maybe more go to the 1/16th scale for larger scale items, or maybe even 1/20th scale. But yeah, 1/24 scale is an interesting scale size for this. So there are details again here, like the bonnet or the hood. There are some minor push pin marks there as well, but not quite as bad. Let's see if I can get that to focus. If not, I'll catch it in the photos. There we go. You can see that one right there on the left, and there's one on the right. Um, but they've got nice grab handles here, where my finger is. You can see those are very small, but usually they're molded on in a 35th scale. And they even got some of it looks like maybe the canvas top hooks or the springs. I'm thinking that's what those are. Unless those are for like some other spring-loaded things. They've got the windshield wiper molded into the windscreen frame there. Very nice. Then some of the suspension, they've got a separate frame here for it, steel wheels, brake parts. It looks like maybe the wheels might turn, the way they've got a lot of these kind of look like they snap in and maybe create some turning front wheels. Leaf spring suspension. The axles are all mostly kind of one piece, but with a back piece that goes on, this piece right here. I did notice, let's see if I can get this to focus, because I did notice it looks like there may be some flash around some minor parts like this. Maybe not that one, but I did notice another piece. I can't remember where it was now. I'll try to remember to photograph that. But it was just one piece, so not a huge deal. The only thing I noticed an issue with the wheels was that they seem to be a bit warped. I don't know if you can see it in this shot right here. Let me just rotate it around. But yeah, there's definitely some warping. It probably be a good idea to maybe put them on a book and flatten them out for a while. Put them under some heavy books and flatten them. But I'm sure they could probably be shaped up. All right, so the clear, the only thing I noticed here was that even after just removing it from the plastic, there was some lens scratching or something on this side. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to really capture that, but let me try. Come on, camera. Focus. I know it's because of all the bright glossiness. Doesn't want to focus. Well, anyways, it's there. I'll try to catch it in the photo, but it's kind of hard even in the photos. I can see it against this blue when I hold it against the blue in the background. All right, so I'll put those back in there so they don't get any worse. Decals. There are 3 different marking options for this. One of them is, I believe, a New Zealand or Australian unit with the rhino here. And other ones have like just married. But yeah, they include some different unit markings. Not sure what some of the stuff down here in the bottom is. Again, maybe if I can get the camera to cooperate, I'll actually see it just like you will. I'm not sure what those brown things are. But anyways, we'll get some close-up photos of those as well. And then that just leaves, this includes both a instruction sheet and a reference sheet. So I'm not really sure what's going on with the picture, but there is a group, the Austin Bantam Society. Don't think that's Texas. It might be, I suppose. No, okay, here we go. All right, well, yeah, that's a bit weird too. Okay, so the 3 marking options are 2 Allied or U.S. generics, and then the bottom one is the Headquarters, 2nd Dragoon Guards, 2nd Armor Brigade, 1st Armored Division, May 1942, Libya, and that's the one that had the rhinos and stuff on there. And I don't really know much more about it other than that, so I guess I could read this whole history bit, which would tell me probably all about those units. So I can quickly scan that and find it. Nope. Nope. Yeah. All right. Well, and then the instruction sheet, which looks fairly straightforward. Starting with the engine, just moves forward from there to the chassis and the frame and all the wheels and then the body and so forth and so on until it concludes with a finished Bantam reconnaissance car. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at those photos and then we'll come back and conclude. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the photos and close-up detail shots of the 124 scale American Bantam reconnaissance car by Asuka Model. We appreciate them sending it to us, and if you have any feedback, please leave that below with any likes or comments. Remember, this model is available for a build feature or potentially a blog on our websites. You can contact me at publisher@kitmaker.net or Darren Baker, which is DARREN dot BAKER at kitmaker.net. I don't want to put a C in there. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Cracking the Box.